Hey, it's Jaffe. Good morning. I know that this. Oh, I understand that. Well, hell. Here's the deal. I'm going to talk about subscription gaming services. I'm not going to. It's not about a specific one. It's about game design. I am so excited by this, and I am so just driven to talk about it. But this could apply to Game Pass, PS Now, Luna, whatever. This is not selling anybody on a certain thing. It's one of those things that I've talked a little bit about before, but it occurred to me twice last night when I downloaded two new games, and I'm just like, even though I don't really want to design games anymore, it's what a fascinating piece of data, right? And I don't think I'm alone in this. I want to show you this real quick. So last night, I downloaded this Procession of Cavalry or Procession to Cavalry and Visage, right? And I played this one. This is like an adventure game that's using like Renaissance art, which has a really cool art style. It's like, very Terry Gilliam. But after, about 15 minutes, I was bored of it. And then Visage, which is basically trying to be PT. But after about an hour of that, I was done with it, right? And so I was about to start deleting these off my hard drive because given the, Series S or X has a decent sized hard drive, I suppose, but it's, it could be bigger. And I wanted to download Avengers because, I don't know, people were talking about it's getting popular again. And I'm like, fuck it, I want to try it again online to see if the new people, and I haven't played the Black Panther content. So it got me realizing, though, what I've deleted, right? So I'm about to delete this. I have not deleted, though, Lost Words, which is great so far. I have not deleted, I haven't played some of these yet, Double Dragon Neon, Dirt 5 that I've had on there forever. I haven't started Psychonauts 2. Crimson Skies I've had on there forever. Death Door, it's so the logic or the motivation for deleting something off your hard drive or the motivation for sort of stopping on Game Pass, last night it really was laid bare for me. The value, if subscription services catch on, one of the reasons I rave about them so much is it will force designers to get so much better and make the content so much better at the beginning, because if you can't catch your audience in the first hour of Visage, after an hour, it became very clear that game, as cool as its trappings and graphics and disturbing as its story is, that game, a lot of what that game is about is going through every room, clicking on everything, opening every drawer, looking at every object, and suddenly the sense of living in a horror movie went away, and it became like being a CSI detective, which is great if you like that. I'm not into that, and it certainly doesn't feel horror, so that's done. Procession of Cavalry very quickly became clear that it was about, if you rip away the art style, it's a very rote, at least from what I could tell after 20 minutes, a very rote point-and-click adventure game circa Sierra Online era, right? Lost Words immediately brings you into its grasp, and it's interesting and compelling, and it continues to be so maybe an hour and a half after playing. That's why it still has a home on my hard drive, right? Gamers have a right, of course, to have an opinion. No shit, Jaffe. They have a right to complain. They have a right to say subservices are going to hurt the industry, blah, blah, blah. But what you can't do if you've played on subservices is deny the value it can bring to game design. I want you to think about this for a minute. The fact that you have gotten used to, or you have gotten okay to the point that you defend it, that a video game can be boring and dull and not get good for a while, and that you think someone pushing for a game to be compelling right out the gate is the bad guy, aka me, it just tells you what level of Stockholm Syndrome you're suffering from. Because the job of the developer is to engage you and wrap you up in the quality of the product immediately. No other medium has this get out of jail free card, but gamers these days just allow games. It's like, yeah, it gets good in 6 hours. You got to play 4 chapters. Why? That's not my problem. I have a fucking life to live. I paid these motherfuckers anywhere from $40 to $80 for their fucking ducats, for their fucking game with my ducats. Entertain me, motherfucker. I'm moving on to something that will. So here we go. I still haven't really learned the Xbox UI, but here we go. Procession. I absolutely love. I love the art of this. I love the creativity of this, but ultimately, why isn't it deleting? Ultimately, you have lost your place on my hard drive, as have you, Visage. So that's how it goes in the big city, baby. Lost words, though. You, my friend, are staying healthy and good because you're awesome. Same thing with Double Dragon Neon. I finally got around to playing that. What a great game. Anyway, I hope you're well. I'm going to prep a Gabbin' and Games for today or tomorrow, but I had to share this because I'm as a designer or a former designer, I think this is such a cool thing, man. What a great piece of data for designers. It's like games are going to have to get better if these things catch on. Think about that. You can complain about not owning your games and this being a glorified rental service. That's fair. That's a valid point, and agree or disagree. But to act like you're going to try to defend games being boring until they get not boring, come on now. Goodness gosh darn gracious. I hope you're well. Bye.